What is going on, everybody? Gary with Dixie Overland again, coming at you from my garage. So we didn't put out a tailgate talk this week. I said we were going to put out one next week. Well, the thing is that sort of a thing happened. All right, so my oldest stepson, he was driving his '99 TJ, which is right here behind me. All right, and well, let's just say it kind of died on the road, and we had to go get him. This was on Saturday night. Had to go get him, and basically we've been doing diagnostic work to try to figure out what caused this. All right, so this is the spark plug, and if you notice, it's missing a part, right? Well, it's not really missing it. It's just been jammed down into the sort of cavity that exists in there. All right, so if you know what a normal spark plug looks like, you'll know that that's definitely not normal. So what we're doing is we're figuring out what is going on with that. So what I've been doing is essentially I've been tearing off the top end of the motor. I'm right to the point where I'm actually loosening up the cylinder head bolts, which haven't been easy coming off, as you can imagine. Probably haven't been taken off since they left the factory over 20 years ago. So that's kind of the thing. But to this point, luckily, fingers crossed, it hasn't been that bad. Just a matter of unbolting a lot of things, getting deeper into an engine than I've ever been, and I'm kind of learning to keep track of it. I've got my little Ziploc baggies down here with parts that are labeled, with all the different screws that come off. I've got my boxes that I label with the the order of which the bolts come off in certain respects. Same thing when I had to take off the rockers and the push rods and all that. I had to organize them. So, like I said, no tailgate talk this week. At least not yet. Not till we figure out what's wrong with this beast. But I did want to give sort of video update. And can I just say, it's cold here today. The high only hit like 48. We were at 80 degrees 2 days ago. So it's cold down here in Alabama. I'm not sure how much I like that. I tell you right now, I don't like it. So, we're dealing with the weather. It's kind of rainy outside today. There's Dixie just sitting in the driveway getting rained on because basically the whole garage has to be taken up with another Jeep that we're working on. So it's all good. It'll get fixed one way or the other. We've got sort of a plan. If we have to replace the entire motor, we've got a plan. If we have to replace, a piston, part of the crank, whatever it is, we got a plan. The thing is diagnosing the issue, and to be honest, one thing that I'll say as well is that I don't look at these things as challenges. Or I take that back. I don't look at these things as inconveniences anymore, and I don't look at them as something I dread. This is a learning experience. This is one of those things where I'm really, really glad that my mother gave me Legos whenever I was a kid, to be able to learn how to problem solve and put things together and take things apart, follow instructions, etc. And I look at this as a building opportunity for me. I look at this as a way to say, hey, this is where you challenge yourself to do something you've never done. Again, I've never taken apart a motor all the way down to the head, and then taken the head off, because that's kind of where we're going. And then pretty soon I'll be inspecting the crank by dropping the oil pan if I don't find what I'm looking for. Really hoping it didn't jump timing. That'll be a whole different issue if that's the case. So we'll sort of see. But again, with every stroke of bad luck, you call it, there's a door of opportunity that opens for you to do something epic and grand. And this is just one of those opportunities, and I'm actually thankful for it, to be honest. What's funny is I thought I'd cashed in some Jeep karma a little bit earlier in the week. I thought I had actually built a little bit of Jeep karma up to where, this may not be a thing, but that's okay. Maybe it's being saved up for something else. Anyway, I got to get back to work. I got to take these things out, sort of reasonable amount of time. The longer it's down, the longer he's down without a Jeep. So I'm trying to get it done as quickly as I can. All right. Well, anyway, we'll holler at you next time. And this is Gary from Dixie Overland. If you haven't, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you on down the road.